Welcome to the Utah Street Banter Podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode here on the Utah Street Banter Podcast. I'm Cody, like always. With me is Elijah. What's up, buddy?
Not too much. Just trying to get through the day.
Yeah. What a day. But anyway, we let you all down last week with we weren't able to get a podcast out last week, and I believe it's our first one we missed since like February. We were like slammed.
Yeah, there was no time to record other than like 3 a.m. It was pretty crazy. I know for me, at least last week, Monday through Thursday, I woke up at 5:30, went to work, got done at 3, sat on my couch for about an hour and a half, then went right back.
Right back to where we were working together at. Yeah. But so we're definitely glad to be back here. We've had some ups and downs with our O's.
The injury bugs got us.
Yeah, the injury bugs got us. Luckily, this is when you realize how, you hear the old saying that you can't win a championship in March and April, but you can lose one, and or especially a playoff spot. And luckily, it looks like, thank God, we did good in March and April, because like those wins Kyle Bradish gave us and John Means, thank God, and Danny Coulomb. Thank God we got what we did out of them, because right now we need that. We're glad to have those wins, right?
Yeah.
But so anyway, we're gonna jump in a little bit to some of last week's box scores real quick, but stay with us because we're getting into a lot of things after these box scores. We're gonna talk about some injuries. We're gonna talk about just some fun things, hopefully to look forward to. So make sure you stay with us. If you don't feel like listening to box scores, fast forward like 5 minutes, but let's hit it. So last Tuesday, August 6th, we played the Toronto Blue Jays, and we lost this game. Chris Bassett got the win. Of course, Soto, one of our guys we just traded for, got the loss. Albert Suarez pitched. He goes 5 innings, gives up 2 hits, no earned, strikes out 6. I'll be honest, dude. Albert Suarez has been like our MVP right now on our pitching staff, just stepping up with Grayson being hurt because he's kind of filled into that spot there. I mean, if you tell me, hey, Albert Suarez is going to go 5, he's going to, keep him under 2 runs, right? I think I'd take that all day. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you can't expect much. We saw this last year happen. The only time I can really think of it is last year you had Kyle Bradish get hurt, I think, his first start of the year down in Texas because he took a ball off the ankle.
Yeah.
And Tyler Wells said, I'll take it, and he went out there and gave us like 5 or 6 strong innings in relief.
Yeah.
And it's really hard if you've never played baseball. Even, like, I know I've played baseball. I can't even imagine what this is because I've never played on a high level like this. But preparation is key for anything, especially a sport that takes such a toll on your body, and you need to exert so much energy. And when you're not even a starting pitcher, and not lined up for the start, you have that whole routine that's a 5-day long routine that every day is a step to recovery and stuff. And he was going from being a reliever and being prepared to pitch every day, but not 5 or 6 innings. He's prepared to pitch 2 to 3 innings.
Yeah.
So it's really impressive to see any form of success from him. And Soto's,
Yeah, and Elijah's funny earlier. He said, my favorite player, Gregory Soto. And I was telling him, I think the most aggravating part with Gregory Soto here, he gives up 5 runs in this game, which ends up being, he gave up 4 runs. Bert Smith was held on 1 run. But he only got 1 out. Like so basically, Gregory Soto comes in with a man on with 2 outs. Okay, we should be able to do this. And so he gives up Bert Smith's run, which to me that's on Soto. But whatever. And then he gives up 4 more before getting 1 stinking out, which ended up giving 5 runs in the 6th inning. We lose 5-2. What I was going to say, though, about Soto was I believed in him. I think, some Orioles players, not just Orioles, but just baseball, they don't really upset you because you never really thought they were going to be that good anyway. And I compared, Soto to, Fuji from last year, where you see the stuff, and you think he should be great.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, dude, he's going to get it. And the frustration is that he's just not.
And Soto does have the track record to back him up.
Right.
He was a 2-time All-Star with the Tigers. And he had sort of the struggle, too, when he came to the Phillies. It's kind of, I feel like, from what I mean, I'm not a Phillies fan, but from an outside perspective, seemed like he was kind of up and down. Fell towards the back of their bullpen to a lower leverage spot. You saw him get traded. He's not going to be the best guy in our bullpen. We just need him to be a solid middle relief guy. We don't need him to be Yadier Cano. We don't need him to be Craig Kimbrell. We don't need him to be even Sir Anthony Dominguez, apparently. We just need him to be reliable.
Yeah.
We need him for the playoffs.
Yeah. You're right. I agree. The next game is a second game in the series with the Blue Jays. We end up winning this 7-3. To me, this is one of those wins where I'm just glad we scored a lot of runs because our new pitcher Trevor Rogers was on the mound, and I don't trust anything he throws. So he goes 5 innings, gives up 3 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts because he doesn't strike people out. Look at all those digs I just did. But anyway, I'm just so frustrated on that trade. Anyway, I just, everybody's like, well, I'm glad we got a pitcher. I was even saying earlier that, I'm glad we did get a pitcher because of all the injuries we had, but it has to be a AAA guy that can do what Trevor Rogers is doing. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that too much because no need to be all frustrated the whole time. Bert Smith comes in. I actually have faith in him when he comes in. I trust Bert Smith, and he does well. The big news here is Sir Anthony Dominguez comes in, who looks like now we're up 7-3 in the ninth, but Sir Anthony Dominguez has been coming in that 8th and 9th inning, so over somebody else, especially because a few days, I don't know which game is it after this one where you'll see him get a save. Then on Sunday, the Orioles, again, we're finishing our series with Toronto. We lose this game 7-6. Dean Kramer starts this game, doesn't do great. He hasn't been doing too great after coming off the injured list. He goes 4 and a piece, gives up 5 runs, 5 walks, which is a lot. 6 strikeouts, so he's either walking you or striking you out, it seems like, and really struggled. Aiken then obviously comes in, does what Aiken does. He gives up 2 runs. And this is where I guess your one bright spot is Soto. Soto did well, and Cowser hit another bomb. Cowser's doing great. Right now, it's just hard to not talk about how much our pitching's struggling.
I will like this. I have one thing to say about Dean Kramer, and it's not good. It's a neutral thing to say. I just hope. I'm ready to see it too. So everyone knows Dean by his little ponytail or bun or the long hair. I need by playoffs. It should be shaved. Something drastic has to happen. I want to see like a bald Dean Kramer come out and be better than Corbin Burns in the playoffs.
I tell you, it's funny you say that because you look at Gunnar without the mustache.
Exactly.
That really messed me up the first time I saw that. Yeah. I'm like, whoa.
Cowser at one point shaved the beard. You see, obviously everyone, baseball's superstitious. I think that's something that could just take it. Maybe he's got too much weight on his head.
Yeah. Moving on, Monday, we took a series against, I'm sorry, I'm way off. Friday, August 9th, we played the Tampa Bay Rays. And this game was probably my favorite game since of what we're going back to. We're going all the way back to last Tuesday. Today is Wednesday. So the biggest thing I love this game because this is the trade that worked.
Yeah.
Zach Eflin is on the mound against his former team, and Zach Eflin has been shoving since he's been with the Orioles. Really excited about this because guess what, guys? He's here next year, right? So, he's our guy right now. He goes 7 strong innings, 4 hits, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. He's exactly what the Orioles need right now. Sir Anthony Dominguez comes in. I have faith in him right now. He does great. Cano comes in. Does okay. He gives up a run. The only thing I'll say is it was 4-0, and when it's out of reach for at the moment, if Cano comes in and it's above a 3-run lead, he's throwing the ball down the middle. Like he's not hitting corners.
He's pitching to the score.
Yeah. So the 1 run, he threw it down the middle, they hit it. You know what I mean? They got a good swing on him. I think you'll start to see that when he does that, if it gets closer, you'll start seeing him nibble through the sinker a little down and in a little bit more.
It's just you never want to see that we won 4-0 and your 3 highest leverage guys can't pitch for another day.
Yeah.
So that's what the cause of that is.
So that's what I think. I mean, his ERA is a 2.78.
Yeah,
Cano's good. And I know you might get nervous when he comes in, but there's not another guy in that bullpen right now, unless you want to talk about Sir Anthony. But I still don't have the faith that I have in Cano and anybody else.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Saturday, August 10th, we go and play the Rays for the second game. We win this game 7-5. Another fun game. Bert Smith gets another win. My man's 4-0. He's gonna be a 10-game winner for this year. But yeah, he has another great game. Jackson Holliday, it's his 5th home run of the year. We're gonna get into all the batters here in a minute. Corbin Burns pitches. He gives up 3 runs like Corbin Burns does. But I say that and as jokingly, kind of tongue in cheek. But
I will say I was with him when this game was happening. He was not being very nice to Corbin Burns.
But I just feel like every time, he's gonna be the highest paid pitcher in free agency, and every game I'm like, we have to score 5 to win.
Cody,
I know.
If you pitch 7,
I want him to throw a shutout every time. Every
3
time.
runs a game, 7 innings pitched. You are the best pitcher in baseball.
I know, but I know.
Would you rather throw
Unrealistic
3 shutouts
expectations.
and then give up 8 runs the next day?
I have unrealistic expectations. I understand that. Okay.
Is this better than Kevin Gausman?
Yes. So it's better than anybody else.
Exactly.
I know, but I'm so frustrated. But anyway, he goes 6 innings, gives up 3, 1 walk, crushes it, 5 strikeouts, just like normal. Very good. This is the one where I was talking about earlier. We come in. It is what? It's 7-5, bottom of the 9th, and guess who we bring in for the save? Sir Anthony Dominguez comes in, walks 1, strikes out 1, gets out of the inning clean. No real stress at all, guys. That's awesome. That's where I'm hoping that Hyde gets rid of the whole "he's my guy" kind of thing, and let's have Sir Anthony try it. You know what I mean?
It's not working with what we.
It's not when Kimbrel comes, I don't feel confident at all.
No.
Speaking of confident, when Kimbrel comes in, the next game, our last game in the final series with the Rays, we lose 2-1. All right, let's see how we lost 2-1, everybody. Albert Suarez comes, pitches amazing again. Okay, second time in a row. He goes 6.2 innings. Should have went 7. I don't care what Hyde says. I don't care. I don't care what he says. He comes in, he gives up 4 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. It's the 7th inning with 2 outs, nobody on. And Hyde goes, you know what, there's a lefty coming up, and I'm sure Albert Suarez has never pitched or got a lefty out in his entire life. So we're going to bring in, Cianel Perez. We bring in Cianel Perez. First guy hits the double, next guy gets a base hit. Now it's a tie game. It's 1-1 because I'm glad we did that. Next guy gets out, so he gets the 1 out that he was supposed to get 2 batters earlier. It's 1-1, so of course we don't score in the next inning in the top of the 9th, or in the top of the 8th. And then we bring in our lo and behold stud from 2004. That's a joke. I don't even know. But Craig Kimbrel comes in, who's going to be probably a Hall of Famer, okay? Just not with an Orioles hat on. Craig Kimbrel comes in, pitches 1, and then gives up his 1 earned run. That's not the problem I have. The problem I have is he pitched 1 inning, he needed to get 3 outs, he walked 3. That's the issue I have.
Yeah, and Cody, you were very wrong. He made his debut in 2010.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to make an old person joke.
No, I know. You can't make an old person joke when
I graduated in am I serious? Exactly.
Not,
God, I hope not.
You're
I hope not, because he's 36. All right, I's 4 years older than me. Don't stress me out like
getting
that.
Up there though. I mean, those gray hairs started poking.
It's knowledge, buddy.
Oh,
knowledge.
Sure, that's what everyone with gray hair calls it.
All right. Monday we had a day off, and he got me on that. And then Tuesday last night we faced the Washington Nationals, who we should win 27-0. But of course the Yankees on Monday lost to the White Sox 12-2. Everybody's making fun of that. Well, we go and play the Nationals, who's nowhere near as bad as the White Sox. The Nationals, in my opinion, are probably a season away from contending for wild card. Okay, but they beat us last night, 9-3. Oh God, who pitched for us? Oh yeah, Trevor Rogers pitched for us. Not good. I mean, he goes 5, gives up 5 earned, 7 hits.
Soto pitched an inning and didn't give up any runs. So that's good.
He did.
I'm just trying to look at the bright side.
But and Aiken gives up 2.
That's what Aiken does.
But in all seriousness, before people start hammering me about hating on everybody, I think Soto can be good. I really do, and that's why I get frustrated because I think he can be good.
Take into consideration. I don't want two things.
I hate when you
First
do
of all,
this. I just want to be.
He's been on our team for all of 2 weeks.
2 weeks, and he's given up 75 runs. I looked it up. No, I'm kidding, everybody.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay.
It feels like.
So there's that.
Can I have a feels like, in weather we have a feels like temperature, and then a regular
feels
temperature.
like earned run.
Yeah. So
Feels like
he's probably giving up 4 earned runs, but it feels like 87.
Yeah, and the same with Trevor Rogers. I don't have as much faith in Trevor Rogers. Soto, I think everyone feels that way, but you have to think they're new here, and every trade is not going to work out. For every Zach Eflin and Craig and Sir Anthony Dominguez, there's going to be the Rogers and Soto trades. You can't win them all, which sucks. Luckily, though,
that is not a fact. You can win them all. Only losers say you can't win them all.
The one benefit for us is Kyle Stowers.
Said I didn't say that.
Did you see the Kyle Stowers play from the other night?
No, I didn't.
He was in the outfield for the Marlins and running after a ball. It bounced off the fence, bounced onto his glove, and went over the wall. So you would think that'd be somehow.
Oh, that's a ground rule double, isn't it?
They called it ground rule double. Should have been a home run. I don't understand that. But I'm just saying, at least we're not that.
I think, not to go down a rabbit hole really quick, everybody. I think if you can watch that, I think the reason why they called it is part of the fence came off. Like the padding came off the wall.
So saying it didn't take a natural bounce.
Yeah, that's the only. Yeah.
If you really want to go watch a fun video, go look at Mikey Mattook on the Tigers when he tried to barehand a ball once it bounced and it bounced over the wall. That's a crazy name, by the way, that you'll never think of. Mikey Mattook. Right. I think he was like former top prospect.
Nice.
But okay, completely off topic.
All right, so moving on, a couple things that we want to talk about here about the past week or even 2 weeks since we've been on. One of the big news since we've been on is Kobe Mayo has come into the Major League Club. Kobe Mayo is doing, before people freak out, he's doing exactly what every prospect we have brings up or does.
No, you have no right to say that because you were talking about Jackson Holliday when he did bad in his first 2 weeks.
Okay, hold on. Whoa.
Go back and I'll clip it. I'll find it.
No. Listen. He's doing the same thing where he doesn't get a hit. Okay, hold on. But guess who else did that? Gunnar Henderson did that. Jackson Holliday.
Gunnar Henderson hit a home run in his first game.
No, did you see his average? He's been like a 100. But anyway, so so what I'm getting to say, Jordan Westbrook, he wasn't great. Okay, here's what I'm saying: is I have not lost any faith in Kobe Mayo at all. Okay, he's gonna be good. Don't stress. If they send him back down for a few or whatever, don't freak out. It's okay. I think he's gonna be great. I do. I think we, as an Orioles fan base, we need to realize not to overreact this early. And I think that's what Elijah thought I was getting ready to do.
That's not what I thought. I was just gonna say you don't have the right to come out here and say that after how you talked about Jackson Holliday.
I believed in Jackson the whole time.
Sure. Yeah, that's not what it sounded like.
Okay, so Kobe Mayo, he's up. I learned my lesson, Elijah.
But no, for Cody Mayo, expect him. He's probably gonna get sent down soon, and I'd expect him at maximum he gets sent down when Westbrook comes back up, when he's healthy again. If not, we'll send it back down for someone else because how bad he's doing. But he'll get sent down. He'll spend the rest of the year in the minors, and he'll probably be on your opening day roster next year and do amazing. Yeah.
So I mean, he has 17 plate appearances and he's struck out 10 times.
So he's having real trouble seeing off speeds. I think it's very evident that that's what his trouble is, and pitchers are completely taking advantage of that, as you can see with 10 strikeouts.
Speaking of another rookie that struggled coming out of the gate, Colton Cowser already is at 18 home runs. He's been one of our huge bright spots, especially in the second half of the All-Star break. I don't know if you realize this, but a lot of people were calling for Austin Hayes to take over his spot before the All-Star game. Just because he was in such a struggle. He's really stepped up, man. I think what helps Colton Cowser is by the trade of Austin Hayes, and I love Austin Hayes, don't get me wrong, but the trade of Austin, it's really cleared up room. He's playing every day, getting those plate appearances, getting better. He takes some of the ugliest home run swings I've ever seen, and I love it.
And he'll take the ugliest swing you've seen and hit the ball 400.
Yeah, it's just it's amazing.
But I mean, he's someone that, like a Westbrook, was a top prospect and still yet again, but he wasn't he's not the Jackson Holliday or Gunnar Henderson or Adley Rutschman, but he's crucial. He has plus speed. He's one of the best defensive outfielders in baseball this season. And, I mean, when he's hitting the ball like he is now, he doesn't need to be our leadoff hitter. He doesn't need to be our cleanup hitter. He's our 7-hole, 8-hole hitter.
Who's our leadoff hitter, in your opinion?
In my opinion, right now, I don't know.
Cow's right now.
Opening day next year, it's Jackson Holliday.
Okay, I agree. I like that.
I think opening day next year, you have Cowser slotting probably 6 because you have Holliday leading off, Gunnar, Adley's 2 and 3. That's clear. And then I think you put like an O'Hearn cleanup,
Yeah. You wouldn't
And
put Westbrook up in there?
No, Westbrook's your 5-hole hitter.
Okay.
Westbrook's, I don't know. This is just eye test. Westbrook's a great hitter with runners in scoring position, I feel like. And I could be completely wrong. The stats may not back me up. That's just the eye test. And so I think having him after O'Hearn, because O'Hearn also does good with runners in scoring position. And then Cal's right there. And then you have like a Mayo at the bottom.
Yeah.
Or Eloy Jimenez.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I tell you what, guys. He laughs when he says that, but Eloy's been crucial.
Yeah.
He's been crushing. Well, not crushing, but getting base hits, RBIs. I remember watching the White Sox. It was sort of like a home run swing every time. He's just trying to hit bombs. Whereas it seems like right now he's trying to hit down the right field line every time. It's just amazing.
It's hard hits, too. That's the good thing. I mean, this is someone that I think is, one, you take him out of a terrible situation with the White Sox.
Yeah.
I just can imagine that just playing for the White Sox probably brings your play down.
Have you seen the picture of the Vargas that was on the Dodgers?
Yeah,
on the White Sox.
Like
I'm sure it has nothing to do with the White Sox.
No,
it's probably just a bad picture.
Exactly.
But boy,
like,
it reads.
It sums it up. Yeah. But you have someone like him come over from a terrible situation, and he's known Brandon Hyde since he was like 16 or something like that.
Yeah.
And you bring him in, maybe he's comfortable here. Maybe he has people that can really work with him. And that's really all it takes. You know, something like that, it just clicks.
Yeah.
And he'll have an amazing second half. And we're probably not going to have him come back because his contract's terrible, but he'll re-sign with someone in the offseason and maybe a 1-year prove deal, and he can bounce back and be a stud again.
Right. Yeah, so moving on to just talk about, like I said, moving on about talking about...
Yeah. You just repeated yourself.
I did. That's the
We're
way.
going to talk about some injuries.
Yeah.
Is that where you were going with that?
It's not just fun. It's just not fun to talk about.
Yeah, a lot of... I'm going to take the lead here because I did...
Because I can't talk today.
Because Cody can't speak. And it's a lot of... Not a lot of reading, but
I take a week off and I totally forget how to do this.
Yeah. Maybe you need to, like, take an English class or something.
There's not a chance. I took many college English class.
That's the reason you didn't finish college? Is that why?
There's many reasons. Yeah.
But, so, yeah, we have a total of 10... 10 players on the injured list that are major leaguers. So when I say that, I mean if these guys were healthy, bar 1 or 2, they are on our major league roster. And I think that's kind of incredible to think about. But I'll just start with some of the people that are out for the season because we're not going to have to worry about them. Kyle Bradish, Tyler Wells, Felix Bautista, John Means. All had something wrong with their UCL, whether Tommy John or reconstruction or something or another. They're done for this year. We're hoping Bautista can maybe be back next year at some point, but the rest of them are probably out for all of next year too, which sucks because, I mean, Bradish was looking like he was going to be a future stud for a long time, and hopefully this doesn't derail anything. Means is a free agent after the season. I hope we re-sign him. I really do. But I guess we'll see. And then you have Jacob Webb, who just got put on the injury list not too long ago, and it's just something with his elbow. We don't know.
Elbow inflammation, yeah.
They're shutting him down for a little bit, and it seems positive. He's been really good this year. Cody hates him, but he's been really good this year, and we need him back for the playoffs.
Just because I don't like a relief pitcher right now, that doesn't matter.
It does not.
That doesn't mean anything because we need every.
Because I can tell you right now, he likes Jacob Webb more than Keegan Aiken.
Yeah.
But
I like the guy sitting in section 17, row 7, seat number 4. I think he's better than Keegan.
Is that Cal Ripken Jr.? Is that where he sits?
No, I don't know. I just
put Cal out there on the mound.
Yeah, I mean,
anyway.
You know what? They make this thing. It's called a T. It's just as good as Keegan Aiken.
You know what? The launch angle's harder on the T.
Yeah.
But Jacob Webb, so he's hopefully to come back. Danny Coulombe, he's been out for a while now since that Philly series, and he had bone chips in his elbow that he had to get removed. He's hoping to come back. It's looking hopeful again, but
yeah,
who knows?
Yeah, we need him. He's our best relief.
This is the biggest one for me, bigger than Danny Coulombe, who is our best relief pitcher. Grayson Rodriguez is hurt. He has the lat strain, and this is how I see it. I don't see us having a shot at a World Series without Grayson Rodriguez. I think Danny Coulombe you can make up for. Jacob Webb, it hurts, but you can make up for it. We trade Grayson Rodriguez is the type of pitcher you can't make up for.
Right.
Zach Eflin's good, but you need more than 2. You saw that last year.
3.
You need at least 3 pitchers. You need at least 3. And Dean Kramer or Suarez or Rogers, they're not a playoff starter.
Yeah, because, I mean, you're hoping, in a typical series, you're going to go 2 at home, then a travel day,
Yeah.
then another game. So you're hoping Corbin can pitch And on 4 days less.
Yeah.
It's 4 days rest.
Which is normally what you see the players do in the postseason. You normally run the 3-man rotation and then just have your bullpen, a couple of your starters in the bullpen.
Which really sucks because before Grayson got hurt, I was real confident with that.
Yeah.
I was just, as my opinion, I'm just like, we just make the playoffs.
Yeah, no. Eflin, Rodriguez, and Burns is that's a top 5 playoff rotation, especially with how Eflin's been pitching. Because that third guy needs to be solid. It just can't be D. Kramer. So it's going to be very interesting. If he comes back, it's going to be great. We need him back. He's shut down right now, looking to come back, though, before then, September with the Edsel. And then I'll come back to them in a second, but our hitters that are hurt is Jorge Mateo. I don't know the timetable exactly, but I'd have to assume it's the season. I mean, that's a pretty brutal elbow injury. And then Westberg's hoping to return in September. He could anywhere return from the beginning of September towards the playoffs, towards the season. Like, you just don't know with the type of injury he had. And then Kjerstad. Kjerstad went back on concussion IL, retroactive to the day he got hit in the head. And
yeah,
it's something sad to see. It reminds me of last season where you had Anthony Rizzo. He got injured, got concussion, and to play at first base. But he didn't. I don't think he went on the IL, or if he did, he came back and was supposed to be healthy. But he just was terrible.
Yeah.
And it's just something was right.
Didn't that same thing kind of happen to Mountcastle last year, too?
But he had vertigo.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But,
you're right.
I mean, it's still kind of all in your head stuff. It's really scary. And you never know what's going to happen with it, and you just hope that he's going to be fine. But this is one of those injuries that if he's not going to be a crucial part to this team, at least up until the postseason, just shut him down.
Yeah.
Get him some rest. A brain trauma is not something you can force, and that's just got to heal on its own. I mean, you see it all the time in the NFL, especially in the NFL, but even in baseball, you see it. Like, you don't get hit in the head and come back super quick that often.
Right.
I mean, not everyone's James McCann. And this
he looks crazy, dude.
And then
mask on.
God, and he just had surgery too.
Yeah.
But the one good thing I have to say.
Hold on, real quick. So he's getting base hits with that mask on. You see Kobe Mayo come strike out. Yeah, come on, man. Just do something. My man with a broken nose and a mask on. He's getting base hits. Kobe Mayo, just touch the ball, bro. Sorry.
No, you're fine. But so the one good thing that we can have, just trying to not be depressing.
Yeah. Because we're in first place. Well,
yes.
No.
I'm gonna get to that too. We are in first.
We might be.
We're tied for first.
Yeah, you're right.
We're recording Tuesday night. By the end of this, we may not still be in first.
Yeah, the Orioles lost, but we don't know about the Yankees yet.
Yeah.
Which I can't imagine they lose.
And this is the one good thing you could see happen though, is that imagine a time where say we're scuttling into September.
Scuttling.
Yeah. You like my vocabulary?
Yeah, you do. You.
We're scuffling. Is that better?
Yes, that's what I thought you would say.
But and we're barely crawling our way through I'm just gonna use every word I can think of now. Okay. We're crawling our way through September, and we get to say second, third week, right around there. You got about 2 weeks left of the regular season, and that's when you see the playoff teams that get hot, and that takes it into the postseason. Imagine that week you have Grayson Rodriguez, Jacob Webb, Danny Coulomb, and Jordan Westbrook all come back.
Yeah,
that is not only a massive boost for your on-the-field talent, but also morale. That right there, having impact players, even say you take away 2 of them. Say it's just Grayson Rodriguez and Danny Coulomb, and the other 2 are out for the season, Westbrook and Webb. That right there is enough to push you over the edge. Like, that could be the change in the last Yankee series to win the division. That's something that is huge, that you've seen happen, that really can push us over, or it could just, they don't come back.
Yeah.
It's real depressing. But on the bright side, we're 70-50, right? That is our record currently, I believe. Yeah, 70-50 after tonight's loss. And so the only good thing is, obviously as of now, I'm just saying the Yankees are also 70-50. And before this, I don't know what the Dodgers score is, but they were 70-49. And the Guardians were 70-49. So basically we all have the same record, give or take a half game. Those are basically the 4 or 5 best teams in baseball. I think everyone would agree on, since the Phillies have kind of stunk it up. But they're close to us. Let's look at the Yankees. So they have the same record as us. I was looking at their injured list. The most impactful player they have hurt is Clark Schmidt, which is good. I compare him to John Means. They're comparable. Then Cody Petit didn't make much of a
strong first name.
Then you have 3 relievers, Jonathan Loaizaga, Ian Hamilton, Lou Trevino. Not really, they were good ones. They're big names, but not super impactful. And then you have Jose Trevino and Anthony Rizzo. Those are some pretty big names.
Yep.
But when you think about it, we have way more people hurt than them. and we're still our on-field roster is still better than their on-field roster with our injuries. And compared to this, the injuries we have, take Luis Gil out of their rotation, take Carlos Rodon out of their rotation. Imagine right now Garrett Cole, Marcus Stroman, Nestor Cortez, and 2 AAA guys or something like that. That's the rotation. That's what we have.
Right.
And it's interesting to see even at the Guardians. Shane Bieber's hurt for them, and that's massive. That's bigger than any player we have. But other than that, it's kind of smaller reliever guys. Some guys that have peaked and then kind of hit a valley. Trevor Stefan's a really good reliever. But with all these injuries, it doesn't compare to our injuries, and we're still keeping up with them.
Yeah.
And I think we're at a point this season, from what I see, that looking ahead of the schedule, we play the Red Sox, who have been struggling, the Mets, who are kind of there and out, the Astros.
Yeah.
These are important series. I don't see us going under 500 throughout these series. Like, we're going to win more than we lose, I think.
Yeah.
I think this is the point of the season where you see us tread water, but favoring the swing. Like, we're not going to sink. This isn't like it was earlier in the year when we had a couple injuries and we were struggling. I think we're on the up and up, and we're going to have some tough series come up.
Yeah.
We are. And so we play the Dodgers.
Yeah, so we got the Dodgers for 3 games, Yankees for 3 games, Twins for 3, Astros 4, Red Sox 7.
Yeah.
And Mets 3. That's all people that are above. That's
all
teams
the
above
teams.
All the. And then we still get the White Sox, Rockies, Nats. Well, Nats one more, Tigers and Rays. But so yeah, I mean, it's still you're right. I think the one thing that I want to point out real fast is something I keep telling myself. It seems like every day, and trying to pull it up here. So yeah, it seems like every day the Orioles are fighting to have the best record in all of baseball.
Yeah.
You know, like, so after the loss, obviously today, the Guardians won. The Guardians have 71 wins now. They're, you know, we're 69. Yeah, we're 70. I'm sorry, 70. So I mean, you look at the Dodgers. They got Mookie. They got him back. They got Freddie. They got Shohei. They got Glasnow. They got Walker. They got. So
yes,
they have won the same exact amount of games as we have.
And I will say they've had the most injuries out of any other playoff team other than us. Their rotation has been decimated, and they had Mookie gone for the season. But they're at a point, unlike us. They have Mookie Betts coming back, and we're like, we'll throw him in the outfield because they don't need him in the infield. They don't want him in the infield. I'm going to be honest. I don't see a single. Well, I see one person in our team playing over Mookie, but Mookie. If you were to come play catcher for us, that's all. We don't.
Adley's going to play first base.
They have Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, and Mookie Betts. Their top 3 hitters in their lineup,
and they have 70 wins, same as us. So yeah, it's just crazy, right? So all the negativity surrounding the Orioles and surrounding Brandon Hyde as a manager and surrounding whatever, we are still battling for the best record, not in an American League East, not in the American League, but in all of baseball. Real quick, another fun thing to talk about is you're listening to this, it's August 14th. All right, last year on August 14th, Elijah, what was our record?
Last year at this point.
Just give me a wins record. How many wins? So we have 70 right now. Last year we won 100 and what?
So I'm saying, I'm going to guess you're saying this because it was similar.
What do you think? Just give me. It's close.
72.
74.
74.
So as terrible as everybody is saying this team is right now, you're 4 wins better than us last year.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to drown this like fire as much as possible with the coldest water you've ever seen, because as much as I get annoyed and whatever, there's still a lot of positives, everybody. Albert Suarez, what a positive. At the beginning of the year, we talked about it. You can try to find it. I don't know which episode I said it in. But we always have that one player.
Yeah.
We always have that one player that comes out of the blue and saves us. And we had no idea that was going to be this year. And it is literally impossible for any of us to say that it was going to be Albert Suarez.
No.
This year, in that end of the season video, that the Orioles do.
We better have the clip in.
Albert Suarez is there throwing 97 miles an hour, just killing it. I just really want to point out that the fact that all the injuries, all the crap that happened, that's happened. I think this team can still be great.
No, I totally agree because that's what I have right now. As a positive and a negative at the same time, I have a couple of people that are in our bullpen that are just question marks. Like you have Brian Baker, Keegan Aiken, and Birch Smith in our bullpen. Yeah. And before the season, you say, who's Birch Smith? Well, he's been doing good for us. But you don't see someone as Birch Smith. You just look at the names in our bullpen, you're like, he shouldn't be there. But he's killing it. Then you have someone like Keegan Aiken and Brian Baker. You can look at their stats and they shouldn't be there either. But there are not many bullpens that have 8 amazing guys. Maybe the Guardians. Their bullpen's pretty good. Yeah. But it's okay to have 2 not great guys. Obviously, to us, it's never okay. We need to be the best. But, and then say, look at our rotation. Right now, it's Burns, Eflin, Kramer, Rogers, and Suarez. I don't know where to put Suarez in there, but you talking about how good he is, that was going to lead me into it. As of right now, if Grayson doesn't come back, I want Albert Suarez to start Game 3 of the postseason.
Yeah.
Which is, it baffles me that I can even utter those words because I just don't. But he's had, what, 2 or 3 bad. I think it depends on the team because you don't want to face him against someone that can hit the home run because that's what he struggles with. But do you rather Dean Kramer do it?
No, like so in a realistic expectation. So Orioles Guardians, I would absolutely take Albert Suarez.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially
if Grayson's not there.
Yes.
If this is all barring that he doesn't.
Yeah, especially if it's at the Guardians Stadium.
Yes.
Because at the bigger stadium, I mean, I feel great.
Just pitch around Josh Naylor is pretty much it.
Yeah, right. But I mean, and you see how they, you're right. I mean, Yankees stress me out.
Yeah, especially at Yankee Stadium, I don't want him.
That stresses me out. No. But I agree. Get him and give me 5 innings.
Yeah. Honestly, give me 4 1/3.
Yeah.
If you can get me into the 5th inning with him, then you send out, get Suarez into the 4th or 5th. Send out Dean Kramer.
Oh wow.
Just for like 2 innings.
Yeah.
Because his stuff, he has enough stuff to compete for a couple innings once through the order.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just there's so many different variables that go in because the postseason is so much different than the regular season.
Yeah.
And may I also remind you, we want to win the division.
Yeah.
We're not going for wild card. Like when we're talking about we want home field advantage.
Yeah.
Because I was listening to the Adam Jones podcast today. Ryan O'Hearn was on it. And they were asking about the whole wild card. The break didn't work last time. And he says how 5 days off is a long time for off. But him and everyone else, they want to compete. They'll figure out what to do in those 5 games to make it work. The 5 days off to make it work. They want to win the division.
Right.
That is the goal here.
Yeah. A couple positives too that we'll talk about real quick is some just fun stats. I mean, you got Anthony Santander. He has 35 home runs. He's already passed his career high.
He's someone that, don't get me wrong, he's not going to win MVP. He'll be top 10 in MVP votes.
Yeah, I agree with that easily. Yeah.
He should.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't get me wrong, Gunner's been amazing. He's been the best Orioles since June.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 35 home runs, 79 RBIs, doing great. The second in the home run category, if you care, is Gunner with 29. Most of those hit before the All-Star break, but whatever. Gunner's cleaned up a lot on the infield.
Yeah.
I love seeing that. The average is starting to rise up again, getting base hits. I'm not saying anything negative on Gunnar Henderson. I would take Gunnar Henderson over. You know what? I would take. He's an Oriole. I'd take Gunnar Henderson over any other shortstop right now. And I love Bobby Witt. I do, but I think they're comparable, right?
This is what I will say, and I would take Bobby Witt over Gunnar right now because Bobby Witt has a contract.
Right, for the next 10 years.
And his contract's a lot of money, but Gunnar is going to get paid more.
Yeah.
So that is the only reason why, though.
And then obviously, Jackson Holliday, he's been killing it too.
Yeah, I mean, in 11 games, he has 10 hits, batting to 250. You say, oh, that's not great. He has a 650 slug. He's crushing it. Out of his 10 hits, 5 have been home runs.
Yeah.
He has 12 RBIs in 11 games from your 9-hole hitter. Like, this is your second base rookie prospect you just called up for 9-hole. There are, for the production that he's getting, not even this production that he's getting, his slug's going to slow down, his average is going to go. Because he's a better player than this, but also a worse player in some aspect. It's going to balance back out to what he is. And the production that he has right now, batting at 8th or 9th and playing second base, I don't see. There's maybe 2 teams in all of baseball that don't want that.
Yeah, I agree. Man, like just killing him.
You can't ask for more from him.
Absolutely.
He's 20, guys. 20.
Absolutely. Let's have a little fun really quick. I got a trivia question because Elijah always tries to nail me on these. This will be our last big, booming question of the night. You ready?
I will say that he had one queued up for me before we started, and I spoiled it because I guessed it immediately and got it right.
Yeah, so he's not getting this one. Okay, ready? All right. I'll give you the date. Okay, August 28th, 2023. Well, I don't know. Okay, anyway, anyway. Question is, before Ronald Acuna Jr. and Corbin Carroll this season, okay, that's what it was, before this season, of August 20th, 2023, who was the last player with at least 20 home runs and 40 stolen bases in a season? This is a Baltimore Orioles.
Cedric Mullins.
No, this is from 2019. That's why I was wrong. Yep. So
Jonathan VR.
Dang.
Yeah, Jonathan VR was a stud.
24 home runs and 40 stolen
How about
bases.
this? Who did Jonathan VR? How did we acquire him?
From the Marlins.
No.
No. Okay. From Daggone. I don't.
Jonathan Scope traded with the Brewers in 2018.
Was it?
He was the major league piece we received back to play second base.
Yeah.
None of the prospects panned out.
Yeah, and then Jonathan Scope didn't pan out for the Brewers. He didn't even make the playoff last year.
Nope. He was bad that year.
Yeah, I love Jonathan Scope. I'm a huge fan of it behind
We
the
are
camera.
a Jonathan Scope fan.
Like, man, yeah.
I will always remember his RBI double in the 2017-18 All-Star game, something like that.
Oh, really?
Whatever All-Star game he played in, he had an RBI double.
Yeah.
That won the game for the AL.
Big fan. Great dude. Great dude.
I always remember him and Manny. God.
Yeah. Oh man, that's fun. You know. In all honesty, Manny and Jonathan Scope is our version now is Jackson Holliday and Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah.
Like that's sort of the comparison you got, guys. Like
then I'll make another comparison just because I don't know if they were, I just always paired them together in my head. Matt Wieters and JJ Hardy, Adley Rutschman and Jordan Westbrook. Jordan Westbrook is JJ Hardy in my head. Like that is who they are. They're so good.
I miss.
God, such a great name.
Yeah.
Such a great guy.
Yes.
God, I love those Orioles.
All right, everybody. We hope you enjoyed today's show. Make sure you like, follow, whatever you got to do. Subscribe on all of our socials. Comment. Yeah, we got. We're on YouTube. We're on X. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. And Elijah's getting ready to leave us. Are we here next week?
Yes. Next week will be the last time me and Cody will be together.
Yeah, together.
Until probably Christmas time.
Yeah, until Santa brings you home.
Santa brings me home.
Yeah, so Elijah.
So it's going to be. Just be prepared. We're going to be trying some different things out, trying to figure out how to make it work smoothly, and so you can still see my pretty face.
Right.
Yeah. That's why you watch.
Yeah, I think you do.
If you watch, that's the only reason. I know that's why nobody really just listens because they want to see me.
Yeah.
Not Cody.
Our viewership's going to be way down this week. No, I'm just kidding. But definitely, like I said, make sure you subscribe to us on Facebook so you can get all the updated content. Remember, we're also on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. But everybody, the only reason we do this is because of your viewership. Really appreciate it. We can't wait to see everybody next week here on the Utah Street Banter. I'm Cody. This is Elijah. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.
See ya.